Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. We're back. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. Get down with us tonight. 804-447-0601. 804-447-0601. We're going to get into the National Football League and get into a couple of the games. Thank you, Big Ro. Got a couple of games that we're going to get into. The games that we're going to get into. We got Indianapolis, Baltimore, Minnesota, Green Bay, Cincinnati, Houston, and Seattle, Washington. Of course, we're going to hold Seattle, Washington to the end of the segment. That's Big Rube's game. We're going to make sure that we have ample time to get into that. We got Sean in Jersey City on the live line with us. We appreciate Sean joining us on Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. What's going on, brother? How about now? Can you hear you, Sean?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, good deal, brother. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. You told us that you wanted to get in on the Indianapolis game. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, brother. What you want to get in on that game, man? What's your thoughts on that game?
I just felt, real good seeing Ray Lewis out there. That's one of the main things I wanted to touch point. He's brought a real tenacity to the game. I'm so happy to see him out there. He represents, us as black people in a positive way. That's basically what I wanted to get in. If you want to get into more about the game, then we can do that. But I was just so happy to see him out.
Let's do it. When we talked about this game last week, we went around the room. Big Rube had Baltimore winning this game. Carlton Banks and myself, Marcus J. We both had Indy winning this game. So Big Rube was the only one who called this game. 24-9, Baltimore wins the game. Sean, did you have a chance to actually watch, or you just a Ray Lewis fan?
Yeah, I watched it.
When you watched the game, what were your thoughts, man? What'd you see?
Well, I see a thing with Flacco. He really stepped up a little bit. I got a real better respect for him.
You think Joe Flacco's a good quarterback?
I would say he's top 10.
Top 10. Wow. Wow. Big Rube is laughing at you. Now,
name me,
Well, the thing with Flacco I don't think he's top 10, but the thing that I will say about Flacco is that he's the only quarterback in the history of the NFL to go to the playoffs in his first 5 seasons and win a game in the playoffs in his first 5 seasons. He's the only one to ever have done it. So, in his defense, he did it. As far as Ray Lewis, watching him on the field, my thought was he was ferocious. I looked at the pregame thing that he does with his dance and the way he comes out. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I live in this area. I've never been a Ray Lewis guy, not because I'm hating on him. I'm not hating on him. I'm a Giants fan. I don't pay attention to Baltimore. Yeah. But the thing was, when he came out, I didn't have a dog in that race, and I was excited, dude.
Yeah. It pumped you up.
Yeah, man. I was excited to watch his dance and the slow-mo. Like, I'm in the chair doing it kind of myself, looking like a knucklehead doing that joint. But what did you think about them putting Ray Lewis on the field for the final offensive play of the game when they kneeled it out? What did you think about that?
Well, I didn't actually see that part of it, but they had a reason to do it. Sure that they, have them go out there with a bang in his final game in Baltimore.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. We got Sean in Jersey City on the live line with us. Sean, we appreciate your support. Thank you for listening to us tonight. Share our information. Let everybody know that you called in Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J and that you appreciate the show. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man.
All right, thanks, man.
Have a good one.
You too.
Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J. Big Rule, as I'm watching this game and I see the game, basically I pick Indy to win the game. There's
you did what?
So did you, so don't go there.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Dang, my bad.
Yeah, you're bad. Ain't no half step with Marcus. For the record, Big Rube went 3-1 on the week. He had Houston, Green Bay, Baltimore, Washington. Carlton Banks went 1-3. He had Cincinnati, Minnesota, Indy, and Seattle. And Marcus J went 3-1. I had Houston, Green Bay, Indy, and Seattle. So Carlton Banks doesn't really get to talk too much trash. Big Rube and I, we both went 3-1. but I'm not gonna pick on you too much on this one. I started with Big Rube, but Carlton, I'm gonna come to you on this one first. 24-9, Baltimore wins this game. A lot of it had to do with the hype of Ray Lewis announcing his retirement. Don't really want to get too much into the game unless you do. My thing was, it was shocking somewhat that Ray Lewis announced his retirement, and his reason being that a promise that he made to his son to watch him go through his college career down at the University of Miami. What are your thoughts on Ray Lewis, his legacy, his performance in this game, his performance in his career?
I look at it like this. First of all, it wasn't so much a shock as a surprise. This needed to be his last season, regardless of him announcing it beginning of the season or when he did now at the end of the season. What he realized is that his body is getting to a standpoint. He's 37. He's been in the league 17 years. That's a lifetime for a lot of people. And his body cannot heal, and he cannot produce at the same level of sportsmanship, athleticism, leadership that he once did when he was 10 years, 11 years, something earlier. I mean, he's had an injury-plagued career where he broke his leg at the beginning of the year when he was on the cover of Madden. He's pulled this, he's pulled that. He's getting old. And, I'm like, dude, I'm glad you're going out on a high. I was very appreciative of the fact that they put him in the victory formation, as it's called, and he got to do his little,
yeah,
and do that. And I was talking to a friend, and it was just so fabulous to see her status say, the Redskins lost. I don't get to see them anymore, but the fact that I get to see Ray Lewis for one more Sunday made her day.
That's a mutual friend of ours. I know who that was. Ain't no half Steppin Marcus J. Big Rule, Ray Lewis. Baltimore Ravens win the game. You're the only one of the three of us that picked that. What's your thoughts on what you saw? Well, I don't know if you actually saw it because
I
of where
really
you were.
didn't see it.
But well, don't worry about so much the X's and O's on the field. What's your thoughts on Ray Lewis and his legacy?
I mean, Ray Lewis came from the University of Miami down in Florida. I am a big University of Miami fan, member of the U. I mean, I knew he was greatness when he came out of college, and pretty much. And the dude was a beast. He's always been a beast. And what was it, 16 tackles or something craziness?
He went crazy yesterday.
Yeah.
And, he almost had an interception that literally was in his hand, but he dropped it.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, I've never been a Ray Lewis fan. I don't say that in a derogatory way. It's not that I was a hater of Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
I just, he wasn't one of my guys. But to watch him, go through his career, it's been dominant.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look around the National Football League in the last 17 years since 1993 when he was drafted, if you can name, 1, 2, 3 guys whose career has been on the level on the defensive end, on par with Ray Lewis, I'd like to discuss it with you because I can't think of one. The only name that I could think of who had a career in the last 25, 30 years that would have been similar to Ray Lewis would have been Lawrence Taylor. Now, they played a different type of, they played a similar position, with one being an outside linebacker, that being, of course, Lawrence Taylor, and Ray Lewis playing, of course, middle linebacker. They had similar careers, but, Ray Lewis was so dominant during his prime. I don't think there was anybody in the last 17 years that you can put up there with him. Big Rope.
I mean, how many Super Bowl MVPs are defensive players?
It's rare. And that was one. Yeah, and that was against it when they played against the Giants in that blowout in 2000.
With Trent Dilfer as the quarterback.
With Trent Dilfer, they had no quarterback, and he still, he dominated the game. So, my props go to Ray Lewis. My props go to, he, of course, we can't speak of Ray Lewis without talking a little bit about the drama that he had being, of course, charged with murder down there in Atlanta early in his career. And, of course,
self-defense.
Well, it is what it is. But, that is part of his legacy. And you can't really talk about him without at least mentioning it. But I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, because, he pleaded out. So it wasn't something that, was tagged on him. But that was something that was part of his legacy. I felt like, we'd be remiss if we didn't at least mention it. But again, I stand firm and I stand confident in saying that Ray Lewis was one of the most dominant defensive players that I've seen in my adult life.
He made Eddie George quit.
Yeah. I mean, and especially when you hear, guys talk about how they didn't want to play against him, or they didn't game plan without knowing where he was, or they would call timeouts, if they couldn't find him on the field, things like that. Only other player who I could think of who people said stuff like that was Lawrence Taylor, which is the reason why I compared him, Big Ro.
And Reggie White.
I forgot about
The late
Reggie.
great Reggie White.
Yeah, I forgot about Reggie. Yeah, who he played defensive end, not linebacker. Correct. Okay.
But they still had the game plan for him, he was everybody.
You had to know where he was. Ain't no how stepping with Marcus J. 24-9, Baltimore beats up on Indianapolis. Baltimore is heading to Denver to play against Peyton Manning and those boys. I think now would be a perfect time to kind of go into that game and try to see what we think about that. Baltimore goes to Denver. Carlton, I'll come to you on this one first. Who's winning that game?
Denver. The old chief is back in the saddle, and they handle business.
Big group.
I'm gonna ride the Raven train. I think they got one more Super Bowl game left in them.
So you got Ravens
for Ray. I think they're gonna do it for Ray.
I think you're out your damn mind, man. I agree that Ray is a dominant player, and we all would like to see him, go through, the end of his career with a ring. But I don't think there's any chance. I think Denver's playing too well. I think they're playing too strong. They got one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the NFL who doesn't even look like he missed any time. And I see Denver winning by 2 touchdowns at least. I don't think that Baltimore is going to be able to score enough points. They may be able to slow them down on the defensive end, but they ain't going to be able to score enough points. Keep up. So we'll see. We'll see
if Flacco is top 10 next week. He's going to have to prove it.
He said top 5, didn't he?
He said top 10. He said top 10.
Yeah, I was going to give him 10 quick quarterbacks off top of my dome.
Well, let's do it. Give him 10 quick off top of your dome.
Off top of my dome.
Off your top of your dome, off of, with Flacco. And I'm going to give you a quick if I agree with you, Carlton Banks. Tap on me if you think I'm wrong, but I'm going to give him yeses if I agree with him. In no order, give me 10 better than Flacco. And this is going to be easy. We'll do it quick.
Yeah, it's going to be easy.
All right.
Romo.
Yes.
Your boy.
Eli,
yes.
Yes.
Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers.
I'm scared to say this one, but I'm going to say it anyway. I honestly think this year
it's too easy.
Tom Brady.
Just spit him out,
dude,
man. It's too easy. We ain't got to take time on this. Tom Brady. We got 4. Keep going.
Manning. Eli.
5.
Not Manning.
You already
Eli.
got both Mannings.
I'm thinking
Drew Brees.
Drew
6.
Brees. Yeah, sorry. My mind is crazy right now.
Matty Ice.
Definitely.
Yes. Schaub. That's 8.
Yeah. This year he's sketchy.
And then I'm gonna just make it easy for you.
RG3.
I'm gonna make it easy for you. The 3 rookies, it puts us at 11. So the 3 rookies with Luck, RG3, and Russell Wilson puts us at 11. So that means at the minimum we got Flacco at 12. So we're not even going to take any more time on that. Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. Cincy goes to Houston and loses a tough one to the Texans. Don't really want to spend a lot of time on this one because this was boring. This was a boring ass game.
Not to me, it wasn't. It was a great game.
It wasn't boring to you. Then you talk.
It was a good game. It was a very good defensive game from the standpoint where Cincinnati really couldn't move the ball, but then in the second half, or at least the last quarter, they decided to really try to move the ball. They had the victory. The boy just overthrew him. It's like, oh my gosh, how do you overthrow him? The defense came to play. Anytime you hold a team to nothing but field goals, you came to play. All right. Leon Hall runs back an interception. Terrence Newman did his thing against AJ. They did well. They handled the ball very well. Now, granted, I forgot they did score 1 touchdown. It's hard to stop Foster. It really is. I mean, he's mini beast mode.
Yeah, when they give him the damn ball, it's hard to stop him. It's about time they gave him the damn ball. The last 2 weeks, they gave him the ball more than the 4 weeks before that. It was horrible. I'm glad they gave him the damn ball that week.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I picked them to lose, but, they have been riding a losing streak anyway.
Because they didn't get Foster the damn ball.
Cincinnati owed him from last season, so they should have got him back.
All I know is I saw highlights, and Ben Jarvis Green looked terrible. they looked like they couldn't go through their defensive line for nothing. It was sad on SportsCenter, and it had to be just as sad watching the whole game.
Well, again, I mean, I know Carlton watched it, and I hope the fans aren't too upset with us for not really wanting to get into this game, but boring. Houston goes to New England. I think New England wins an easy game here. I'm going to start with you on this one, Big Root.
New England, Brady.
Carlton.
You know, the funniest clip I heard was when my man said Houston act like they got the biggest beep beep, and they just got their butts handed to them because they're not playing like it. So I'm going New England. I don't like them. But
all right, so finally, it's the first time in the playoffs that the three of us all agree. We got New England winning.
Which means Houston's probably going to win.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think Houston's winning this game.
I don't think so either,
Yeah,
but
ain't no half step with Marcus J. Call us up, be down, rep your squad. Just talking to my man Sean on Facebook. I appreciate different Sean, but I appreciate my man listening to us on Facebook, listening to us on Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J. Hit me up on Facebook. Give us a call 804-447-0601. We got two Seans listening to us in Jersey City. Hit us up. Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J. I want to move on to the Minnesota loss in Green Bay. I'm gonna start with you on this one first, Big Rube. As we went around the room last week. Big Rube had Green Bay. Marcus J had Green Bay. Carlton Banks had Minnesota winning this game.
Well, that was before that boy got hurt.
That's the way we had it going. I'm gonna come to him and give you a chance. I got Big Rube coming first. Green Bay wins 24-10. What we got, Big Rube? What's your thoughts?
Laugher. It was a great game to watch, though. You know, the funny part about it, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, it was kind of interesting and funny at the same time watching Joe Webb run around and pretend like he knew the offense. You know, he really looked like a quarterback who, during the game, never paid attention to anything, and he had no bloody clue where he was. I mean, it was fairly terrible. AP got 99 yards. They told him he wasn't getting another 200. He didn't get 100. I mean, Green Bay's defense played like they trying to go back to the Super Bowl. Yo, if Green Bay's defense play like this in San Francisco, Green Bay may have a legitimate shot.
Ain't no half step with Marcus J. Carlton Banks.
Man, that boy should have played the game. Christian Ponder messed me all up. That was my pick, my upset pick of the week. Hey, I look at it like this. AP still got his man on, and that was with a backup quarterback. So if he had been in there like he should have been, you know, it'd have been a totally different ball game.
We doing upset picks of the week in the playoffs.
I mean,
hey man, it was my upset pick of the week.
Ain't no half
you
step
got
with Marcus
upset.
J. All right, so I mean, I was bored by this game. You know, I'll be honest with you. You know, hopefully the fans don't expect a whole lot from us when the games are boring, Big Rule, because when they're boring, I watch them, but I don't really get that much into them. I'm much more concerned about what Green Bay is going to do next week when they go to San Francisco. Now, I want to give a shout out to my man Corey in the ATL from Jersey City, who is a very, very staunch San Francisco 49ers fan. He joined us on the show last season. He hasn't joined us this season, but he did join us last season. He's a San Francisco 49ers fan. I'm going to give him some love. I got my man Charles in Newark, who's also a 49ers fan. I'm going to give him some love as well. I know 49ers fans, but I know their asses was quiet as hell before last season. Now, all of a sudden, they got so much to say. So they need to do what you do at home when Green Bay comes in there and defend their home turf. So I'm going to come to you first, Big Rogue. Green Bay is going to San Francisco. Who's winning this game?
Green Bay by 2 touchdowns.
Carlton Banks?
That's going to be a tough one. Come back to me on that one.
I'm not coming back to you. Make a decision.
Man.
Make a decision. I ain't coming back to you. Who else is this?
San Fran by 3.
San Fran by 3. All right. I got San Fran in this game begrudgingly because their fans have become increasingly annoying. They're almost on par with the Dallas Cowboys fans, of which my man Sean, who called us a little while ago, is one of them. Shout out to my man Sean in Jersey City for being a Dallas Cowboys fan. Love him, but he's a Cowboys fan. That takes a little bit away from him, just like my man Carlton Banks. Love him too, but he's a Cowboys fan. But anyway, I digress. San Francisco is going to win this game against Green Bay.
It's a revenge game, man. They beat the crap out of them the first week of the season.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's going to be a revenge game.
But if you better than them, what the freaking difference does it make?
That was with Alex Smith, and I think they're worse with Kaepernick. Just my opinion.
They are worse with Kaepernick. I will give you that they are worse with Kaepernick. I agree with you on that. But I am on record, even though y'all disagree with me, as saying Aaron Rodgers is overrated.
You're on a bad record.
Yeah, that's
You're terrible.
all right. I don't care.
I mean, he should be MVP.
You think you must be out your damn
Are you
mind.
insane?
You mean to tell me you want to take?
The numbers.
I don't care about the numbers. I'm talking about my eyes. My eyes tell me that if I got AP, and I got Peyton Manning. That's two guys at least that's ahead of Aaron Rodgers.
Disagree. And I'm going to tell you why.
Please, I'm listening.
One,
I ain't got nothing else to do.
I mean, they lost one game in their division. He lost one game in his division in 2 years. Number one. Number two, interception to touchdown to interception ratio, the best in the NFL. He's thrown 8 picks out of like 36 touchdowns, and Peyton has thrown more. And 2 and 3, what do you think Green Bay is going to do every down? They're going to pass the ball. They have no running game. They have to pass the ball. And with all the passing they have to do, he still finds people wide open, and he gets the ball, and he's mobile, and he stays injury-free.
Yeah,
for the most part.
But he said
you can say
this year.
Yeah,
but we're not talking about past years.
We're talking about this year. We're talking about this year, and he is the best player in the NFL. Period.
Ain't no half stepping with Marcus J. We got Sean hitting us up on the fan page again. It's my man Sean that just hit us up by phone, who is saying Adrian Peterson MVP hands down. I agree with him. He also is saying San Francisco and Denver in the Super Bowl.
Smoking that crack.
I'm not going to say he's smoking crack, but I'm not going to say he's wrong either. I'm not going to say he's wrong either.
He'll be wrong after this weekend.
Yeah, ain't no half step with Marcus J. Now, I think what is time to do, Carlton Banks, is to get into the game that pretty much everybody wants to talk about. I'm going to give you the first word. I'm going to take the second word, and then Big Rube is going to finish up the segment on the Washington Redskins loss at home against Seattle. Carlton Banks, take it away.
Let me go ahead and spot you 14 points, and then just walk you like a dog. Just beat you silly. I'm going beast mode. No, I can't get hype. I gotta get hype. Let me get a little bit of hype. All right, I'm gonna bring it down. Oh my gosh, beast mode. Okay, I'm sorry. Again, I'm spot you 14 points in the first quarter. Then I decided to just walk you like a dog. Just beat up on you. Say I owned you. I came here. Y'all said I had people coming on my Facebook page. I ain't go to your Facebook page and talk trash to you on your page. I got all these Skins fans coming on my page on Facebook talking about HTTR. You know what? I just realized what the heck that said today because I had to figure out what is HTTR. I'm thinking hater. No, it's hell to the Redskins. Well, somebody put hell to the Ravens after last night. All I got to say is this. Don't come to my Facebook page and talk trash and how the Redskins coming to support us. Guess what? I supported hometown Richmond Collegiate High School. Russell Wilson, who is playing in the NFL, who is one of the shortest starting NFL quarterbacks, who made your defense look stupid.
I don't cut him off because
don't cut me off. Don't cut me off.
I cut you off because you're killing me. Ain't no ass stabbing Marcus J.
They walked him like a
while
dog.
I understand the enthusiasm that my co-host Carlton Banks is expressing, I'm not going to share it. But what I will say is this. I picked Seattle to win the game. Carlton Banks also picked Seattle to win the game, which would explain some of the enthusiasm that I'm feeling from him coming over my right shoulder, including, the spit and stuff that he was throwing on me. Seattle won the game. It doesn't matter that they got 14 points simply because had Robert Griffin III not gotten hurt, Washington would have won this game. Had he been healthy, Washington would have won this game. Now, obviously, he wasn't healthy, and obviously he was hurt, so they didn't win the game. But what I want to talk about is the fact that he was still in the game. When he got hurt first time, his ass should have been out. Now, we spent all season long talking to Big Rube, having him tell us about Kirk Cousins and the fact that the Redskins drafted 2 quarterbacks, which is asinine, but now we see why they did it. because most teams don't draft 2 quarterbacks in the same season, the same draft. I thought it was dumb when they did it, but now I understand why. When you got a quarterback who is a running quarterback that leaves him susceptible for injury, which is what he got in his rookie season, when you got a guy on the sideline who's viable, who could have done things for you, and why you don't go to him. Now, one side will say, hey, look, he got you this far, you got to go with him. The other side will say, he's 22 years old, he's the future of your franchise, he was hurt when he came into the game, he got hurt in the game, you don't leave him in the game. I don't want to play Monday morning quarterback, but I guess I'm playing Monday morning quarterback. If I was Mike Shanahan, I'd have pulled his ass out the game. That's just me. I think the decision to not do that at that point of the game and leaving it to the end of the game when he comes out because your center muffs a snap, which causes him to go for the ball and basically break his leg. It was the ugliest thing this side of Joe Theismann I had ever seen. And then he does it again when Kirk Cousins comes in the game. I think your center is the reason why your quarterback might have a torn ACL. We don't know. But I know I was all over the place with that. I picked Seattle to win the game. Seattle won the game. But after having watched it, I think that Washington had the game to win. The fact that quarterback got hurt and ended up having to leave the game is the reason why they lost. Big Rube, the light is on you. You were in the building. Why don't you tell us what your thoughts are?
I was in the building.
In tears.
I wasn't in tears. I will say this. The first quarter, as everybody saw, and everybody, from what I understand, heard, it was pretty loud there. It was very loud there.
One quick thing, Jay Grizzly Green is saying something that we're all thinking. I'm sorry I cut you off.
That's fine.
Jay Grizzly Green is saying, quote, I thought Carlton was a Cowboys fan. The way he's ranting, he sounds like a Seattle Seahawks fan. Get the out of here. I agree. Carlton.
And I'm going to mention that in a second.
I'm going to get Grizzly personal.
No comment needed from you, Carlton. I agree with you, Grizzly. Thank you for making that point. Big Road.
We came out 14-3 first quarter. Thought everything was good. We sacked Russell Wilson. He couldn't do anything. Russell Wilson was a rookie yesterday. He acted like a rookie. He played like a rookie. He had a couple of good runs. He had a couple good plays. But overall, I think the defense did what we need to do to win. The offense disappeared come second quarter. Pretty much when RG3 made that 9-yard run, he came up hobbling. We saw that. First of all, if you even notice at the beginning, the first thing I noticed was RG3 had a different knee pad on than he had the weeks before. He had the one that goes over your knee on the sides and that sort of thing. This one was a full knee pad. I thought that was interesting.
Knee brace?
Knee brace. A full knee brace, excuse me. I thought that was very interesting. Should we have taken him out in the second quarter? Not sure. Should he have come back out at halftime? My opinion, Monday morning quarterback, no. He should have put in Kirk Cousins. However, it's one of those things. Shanahan thought, he said he went to him. He said he could play. I mean, he said, she said, whatever happened, happened. Then the unfortunate with Will Montgomery deciding to, too low hikes. Yeah, he might not be on the Redskins next year.
So you basically, as the coach, you're trusting a 22-year-old rookie to tell you that he's okay.
Well, from what Shanahan said in his press conference, there are a couple times he went with his gut and it came through. This time he went with his gut and he lost. It happens. It is what it is. I completely understand it. It was unfortunate that we lost, and I agree with you. I thought we had Seattle very well. I thought if they put Cousins in, at least we could have gotten a field goal range a couple times, put some points on the board, that sort of thing. But the fact that we could not move the ball was a problem. As far as beast mode goes, I felt we did a really good job with their running attack until I looked at the numbers. 222 yards rushing. That really wasn't good. But you know what? I'd rather Russell Wilson have to run around and find places to go than him to throw and find places to throw to. I think next week Atlanta's gonna beat the dog crap out of Seattle.
That was my next question because I wanted to get your pick. So I guess That's your pick. So you got Atlanta.
I got Atlanta simply because if Atlanta's defensive coach, who I don't know who he is intelligent enough, he's going to look at the Redskins the game yesterday, because this is the first time in maybe I would say 3-4 weeks that Seattle was completely stopped. Even last week they were moving. In the first quarter, they had -2 yards of total offense. -2. So I think that you look at that tape, we slowed down Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had a fumble that was recovered by beast mode. I mean, Russell Wilson was a rookie yesterday, probably for the first time all season.
Well,
that's just my opinion.
Carlton Banks, Seattle travels to Atlanta next week. Who's winning that game?
I'm riding with the bird, the Seahawks, not the dirty bird, the Seahawks. And for you to call him a rookie, dude.
He is a rookie. This is his first year in the league.
Okay.
RG3's a rookie.
Okay, RG3 played like a rookie too then.
No, RG3 played hurt.
No, okay, whatever. He played like a rookie.
All right, here's my thing. I got Seattle winning this game. I sat in the building. I watched Atlanta beat the hell out the Giants. Giants didn't show up, not making excuses. They didn't score, okay? But as I'm watching that game, I wasn't watching what I felt was a great team. I'm watching Atlanta all season long, and I don't feel that they're a great team. I think they're the weakest one that I've seen in a while. I think Seattle's going to win this game. I just don't see how Atlanta's going to score enough points to keep up with them. I do see a shootout. I think Seattle's probably going to win by a touchdown at least, Big Rope.
And one more comment to Sean's comment. It's funny that Grizzy. It's funny that Grizzy brought that up because I think it was on Sunday morning before he left for the game. There was a news article in which there were husband and wife. Husband was a Redskins fan, and the wife had Seahawks gear. The funny thing about that was she wasn't a Seahawks fan. She was a Cowboys fan. And what she would do at the beginning of every season, she would go down the schedule, and she would buy a jersey for every team that the Redskins played against.
Sounds like a perfect plan.
You know, and that goes back to our Dallas Cowboy fans comment that we've had quite a number of times. You know, it's cool that you hate the Redskins. I have no issue you hating the Redskins, but for you to go to another level to hate the Redskins, I mean, are you kidding me?
Beast mode. I got to say.
And furthermore, I like to say the last thing I will say about football until next year. The one thing I can proudly say,
you are the NFC East champs.
Right? We are the 2012 NFC East champs, and we swept Dallas to do it.
It's a beautiful
Hail
thing.
to the Redskins. Dallas people, just be quiet.
It's a beautiful thing that a year is only 365 days.
Ain't no half Steppin, Marcus. Yeah, we're going to leave it there.
We put up a banner. Y'all put up nothing.
Yeah, all right. You know, it is what it is. You know, but, you know, me personally, I try not to get into the whole talking trash and all of that kind of stuff, but beating the team twice in 1 year means nothing because Redskins beat the Giants twice last year and the Giants won the Super Bowl. Ain't no ass Steppin with Marcus J. We're going to take a break. When we come back real quick, we got a missing child. We got what do you think about it? And we got the dating pool diva, Marcus J. Ain't no ass Steppin. We're going to take a break. Be back in a minute.
Hey everyone, this is T calling in from Phoenix, Arizona, giving a shout out to my boy Marcus J on Ain't No Half Steppin'. I love the show, MJ. Keep it going, boo. Y'all tune in every Monday to listen to Ain't No Half Steppin'. He keeps it real.
On the business.